51% of these people expect a stock market crash, and the Walmart CEO notices stressed consumer behavior. Today, I read an interesting article on Yahoo Finance, put out by Guru Focus and written by Nauman Khan, titled Survey Shows 51% of Americans Expect a Major Stock Market Meltdown. The author of this article referenced a Q1 Alliance Life study which revealed that 51% of respondents expect a significant market crash, which is up from 46% in Q4 of 2024. The author went on to say the S&P 500 and NASDAQ composites entered a correction earlier this month and stirred concerns about further declines. The author then said, tariffs are a big factor. The White House is set to announce a series of reciprocal tariffs on April 2nd. Here are my thoughts. Everything going on in the White House is causing quite a bit of confusion and fear. I'm really surprised the market has held up as well as it has. The tiny drop that we've experienced year to date is nothing compared to what could happen. Some people feel we are overdue for something along the lines of what happened with the dot-com bubble in 2000 or the GFC in 2008. Are they right? It's really anyone's guess. The market can remain irrational for a long time. I have to wonder what the ripple effects of these tariffs are going to be. I also have to wonder what the ripple effects of all the government layoffs are going to be. Those people spent money into the economy with the checks they were receiving from the government. They have homes, cars, and likely various forms of consumer debt. Getting back to the article, the author went on to share additional findings from this Alliance Life study. 75% of respondents said they expect higher living costs due to the White House policies, and 71% are predicting worsening conditions over the next year. My friends, these are some high percentages. Always keep in mind, though, that this is a survey, so the results may not be generalizable to the entire American population. Still, I find these results to be disturbing. Many Americans won't be able to tolerate higher living costs or worsening economic conditions. Many are barely hanging on financially right now. Some aren't hanging on. They are skipping some payments. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York reported that roughly 9.2 million Americans have fallen behind on their student loan bills since repayments resumed. I want to provide some more evidence regarding my earlier comment that Americans are barely hanging on financially. I read an article today on Yahoo Finance, put out by Fortune and written by Sidney Lake, titled Walmart CEO Doug McMillon says customers are exhibiting stressed behaviors, and it's already tanked the company's valuation by $22 billion. According to the author, Walmart's market cap dropped by $22 billion after news broke Tuesday that consumer confidence in the U.S. plummeted to a 12-year low. The Walmart CEO said he's noticed stressed behavior from consumers who are more budget constrained. Here are my thoughts. This is not good news from a discount retailer like Walmart. If people have changed their shopping habits at Walmart, this may not bode well for the American economy. This past year, there have been countless articles about dollar-type stores that have been struggling financially. Now, this contagion appears to be impacting Walmart. I have to wonder who's next. Getting back to the article, the Walmart CEO said, you can see that the money runs out before the month is gone, and you can see that people are buying smaller pack sizes at the end of the month. My friends, I hate to hear about this. My heart goes out to these everyday Americans who are struggling financially. I suspect Walmart is going to be okay, but I am concerned about the working poor, the lower middle class, and the middle class in our country. Many are having a hard time financially right now. I worry that some will start to rely on credit cards and buy now pay later loans to survive, which are just a temporary fix. This could result in some families falling into a debt cycle that will be difficult to get out of. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. The first commenter said, "We've been noticing that restaurants are on average less than half full. We see only middle-aged and older couples eating out. Families are mostly staying home." The next commenter said, "The economy is in trouble. The government is cutting everywhere and will continue to do so. People have less and less money to spend. Companies are cutting jobs and downsizing. Prices continue to rise and rise. Not a good situation, and people are hurting. The deficit continues to soak up so much money just to pay the interest." Another commenter said, "Walmart's claim to fame has been lower prices. Folks who used to shop there have noticed that it is no longer the case and have headed elsewhere. Higher prices and poor customer service is a bad strategy. They need to get back to basics and quit complaining about stressed consumers." The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, "When you have 4 kids in today's economy, we can't afford anything other than Aldi deals. The rich are hoarding 90% of all liquid capital, if not more. The recession is here, and it's going to be a doozy." Well, my friends, the commenters always have interesting things to say. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, here is one of the craziest stories I've read in a while. Remember during the COVID era when everyone was speculating on GameStop stock? Well, that company is back in the news today. I read this story on CNBC.com, written by Yoon Lee, titled, "GameStop shares drop 22% after the retailer issues debt to buy Bitcoin." According to the author, the video game retailer announced plans to raise debt to buy Bitcoin. They will try to raise $1.3 billion through the sale of convertible senior notes due in 2030 to buy Bitcoin. The GameStop board approved this plan on Tuesday. The author said, "This move echoes what was made famous by MicroStrategy." My friends, it is going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. I know Donald Trump claims to be the crypto-friendly president, and there was even a story in the news recently about the gold reserves in Fort Knox possibly being sold to buy Bitcoin. But I think this is all playing with fire. I really hope Fort Knox gold is not sold to buy Bitcoin. You can read more about that by doing a search online for Robert Bo Hines, the executive director of the President's Council of Advisors on Digital Assets. He is the one that was in the news commenting about this being a consideration. I'm sure some of you own Bitcoin, and I'm sure some of you have made a lot of money from Bitcoin. I personally still find it concerning that no one knows who Bitcoin's mysterious founder, Satoshi Nakamoto, is, and if he really exists, or if that name is just a pseudonym for a collective group of people who founded Bitcoin. We may never know. I'm curious, what do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.